Okay, so we are drafting some Magic tonight, and we're doing a KTK draft, Swiss. And my first pick was Master of Pearls. My second pick was Bring Low, and and the reason I chose Bring Low is because it keeps us in both Mardu and Jeskai. Now, the third pick, we want to continue this trend, and we're going to pass up Trap Essence, which I think is highly underrated in this format. And we're also going to pass up Asban Guide, even though our first pick was white and fits into Asban. We're going to go with Take Up Arms, even though every. Oh, really? Baby just brought me Delirium Tremens. So we're going to go with Take Up Arms because not only does it keep us both in Mardu and Jeskai, it's also a very strong instant. All right, now, third pick, we're getting past both a Mystic Monastery and a Swiftwater Cliffs. We're also getting past a Horde Chief, which is an incredibly strong pick. So this is telling us that white is wide open, Jeskai is wide open. Yeah, so I'm liking where we are right now. We're only in Boros, but I'm really liking white as our choice. I'm going to go with the Horde Chief, which once again leaves us open for Jeskai and Mardu in this format. And we're getting very strong very strong signals that Jeskai's open. But I'm going to pass the Mystic Monastery, which is an extremely highly valued card here, for the Mardu Horde Chief. And I'm also going to pass the Hate Blade, which puts somebody else into Mardu. Other than that, though, it's actually kind of a weak pack. Oh. So our left hand beer is Sam Adams. Our right hand beer is Delirium Tremens. This pack is actually a big deal because it's got some decent red cards. It's got an amazing black card. I think this Merrick Nightblade is going to pull us into Mardu for a fifth pick Nightblade. Yeah, I think so. And it's got a scavenger. It's telling us Savage Punch is here. Oh god, this is why I hate Swiss. It's just you get so many weird signals. No blue except for Scaldkin, oh, which is a big deal. Um, the Savage Punch still being here is a big thing, which probably lets us know that Asban's open, but we're not there. Scavenger is a big deal, but like I said, we're going to go with the Nightblade, pulling us into Mardu. Six pick Sultai Ascendancy tells us that nobody's in Sultai, and I don't blame them because I think that Sultai is extremely weak in this format. But here we are looking at both an Arrow Storm, a Morph Tracker, and a Swift Kick. Sambar and Adept are both kind of sort of playable, but they're nothing that would bring us into Jeskai at this point. I think we're going to be looking at the Arrow Storm for sure. Yeah, that's the Arrow Storm is pretty much the easy pick here. Now we're looking at Swiftwater Cliffs, Act of Treason, Waterworld, Scaldkin, and a Bitter Revelation. The Bitter Revelation is tempting. So is the Unyielding Krumar. But I'll tell you, 3 power, 3 toughness in this format just always seems to be too little too late. The Waterworld is tempting, but we're not in Jeskai, so no. Bitter Revelation is surely tempting, but I'm going to go with the Swiftwater Cliffs just because I never seem to get myself enough fixing. Swiftwater Cliffs. Ugh. Ugh. What a crap pack. We could rare draft the crappy Retribution of the Ancients, which I think is like you could pay $1 and get 1,000 of them. But I think we're going to go with the Defiant Strike, which is a mild Conrad trick plus cantrip. Timur is wide open. Holy crap. Timur is actually one of my favorite things to draft. I'm not going to lie. But we have 4 white cards. We are just not there. I mean, basically, we could take Swift Kick, but otherwise it's just like hate drafting something. I think we're going to hate draft the Timur Charm. And here we go. This is the pack we want. For Mardu, we're looking at either Smite the Monstrous or Sage Eye Harrier. Um, wow, I accidentally picked Swiftwater Cliffs because I thought we were Jeskai, but we're not. Wow, that's genius. All right, so it's either between Sage Eye Harrier and Smite. I'm going to go with Smite just because removal is better than not removal. Trap Essence Wield, holy mackerel. This is telling us that Tamura is wide open. Mastodon is on color, so I'm going to leave it in there, but I don't think it's playable. Leaping Master's good. Tracker's good. Alright, yeah, we're in Mardu. Maybe Jeskai, maybe. The only thing holding us to Mardu right now is this Nightblade. Haven't seen any murderous cuts. Haven't seen a lot of things, actually. So we could very easily go Jeskai, and I need to keep that in mind. But all the signals are telling us is that Tamur is so open. You know, these late pick Trap Essence, late pick Tamur Charm. Gosh. I almost feel a little bit foolish for not... Okay, hello. Give me a second here. I mean, we're looking at Jeskai Ascendancy. I mean, it's okay. We got Chief of the Edge. We got Asban Battle Priest. God, we have Nomad Outpost. Just want to keep this whole pack. The thing about Jeskai is that it relies heavily on blue, and we're not running any Jeskai Wind Scouts at this point. We're not running any Jeskai Scouts. The 1-2 looter guys. That's what makes me hesitant to go into Jeskai at this point. Asban Battle Priest is so strong, especially the Outlast is one, but Chief of the Edge is so good as well. Oh man, what a tough choice. These front three are so strong, and then the rest of the pack just dictates power. All right, we're going to pass on the Ascendancy because I'm not ready to go into Jeskai. We're going to go with the Battle Priest. Again, Tamur is wide open. Wow. But we're going to go with the Bloodsucker to get a little bit more black. Secure our Mardu position. Oh, wow, look at this. Jeskai Charm. Jeskai Charm? Yeah, I think we're going Jeskai Charm. Just because I'm not happy with the black that we've gotten so far, and now I'm regretting taking the Jeskai Ascendancy. So at this point, we're either considering either Jeskai or Mardu. And if we're going to go Jeskai, where would we want to be? If we're going to go Jeskai, we're going to probably end up with Monastery Flock. And there's not, I mean, the Mardu choice would be what? Rite of the Serpent or Bitter Revelation? I'm not a fan of either of those. Huh. I think we're gonna start our Jeskai off here because we've been Tamur Ascendancy. I'll tell you, Tamur is just wide open. Jeskai, we're gonna go with the we're gonna bring in the Tranquil Cove. We're gonna go the Swiftwater Cliffs, and here we are into Jeskai all of a sudden. That was a change. Asban Guide. That's a late Asban Guide, but oh man, am I really sideboarding? Yeah, I mean, whatever. Bloodsucker, Nightblade, not the end of the world. We're going to take a Disdainful Stroke and then start looking for some Wind Scouts. Force Away is a fantastic card for Jeskai. So is Bloodfire Expert and Tracker. Here I think we go with the Force Away. Yeah, we're gonna start cutting blue hard. It looks like. Going to take a second Disdainful Stroke over a Tormenting Voice. And we're seeing no white from this direction at all. That's interesting. So the person to our left, or maybe two people to our left, is either Mardu or Jeskai. Just like we are. War Behemoth, I think, is the only choice in this pack. We have the Banner, but that's not really playable. The Voice is okay, but we are a little bit low on creatures, so we're going to go with the Behemoth. Delirium or Sam Adams? Delirium. Check my text messages. Us being in Jeskai, I think the only pick is the Adept here because it's the only creature in the only playable creature in the pack, and because it's on color for us. I don't know. And these late picks can sometimes get weird. I used to really like the Adept, but the fact that it has two toughness is just such a crutch is really because it just dies to any morph unless you have an instant. But then when you play a card like that, you really kind of want something like Weave Fate, any kind of instant really, just to bring you above morph toughness. We're going to take the Adept, not only because it's the only creature, but oh, hello. We're going to take the Adept because it was the only creature and because it was the only playable. Same thing with the Lamasu. I'm not really sure if this is playable. It's 7 mana, but it kind of gets the job done, and it's a big flyer in a non-flyer format. That was a 12th pick rare, Tamura Ascendancy. That's a little weird. Again, early signals said Tamura was way open, and they were not messing around. I'm really regretting. Oh, hello, Herald. Really regretting not taking that Jeskai Ascendancy when I could have. Herald's the obvious pick here. Raider Spoils is fantastic. That's a game-breaking card, and a free Weapon Master would be our second pick. I don't think it's gonna wheel, but because it's Swiss, you never freaking know. Yeah, we're gonna go with the Herald. Wow, we got High Spire Mantis or Seeker of the Way. I think High Spire Mantis is the obvious choice here because not only is it an uncommon, so you're not going to see it much. Well, I guess Seeker is as well, but the flying is what puts it over the edge. Evasion is a big deal in this set. There's not a lot of it, and when you can get it, get it. I mean, basically, I think a 3/3 flyer, for the most part, is basically the biggest you're going to get, other than maybe 5 cards, which is, I could list them, but I'm not going to. Villainous Wealth, Soul Ties way open. Here's our Jeskai Elder that we were looking for. Master of the Way is really good. It's a cantrip, and it's a kill something. Gonna go with Master of the Way over Jeskai Elder at this point, just because we are lacking removal. We are a little bit high on creatures at this point in the draft. And Master of the Way is a cantrip, and we don't have a lot of draw. So I'm going to end up with Master of the Way over Jeskai Scout, which is weird. Burn Away is it really draws my eye very quickly here. Salt Patrol, I would like to point out Salt Patrol's inequity in power toughness versus casting cost. Dropping a 2/5 on turn 4 is extremely powerful in this set. It is basically a deadly wall. It kills morphs. It shuts down your opponents very early. In case you're trying to fend off some kind of early rush, a 4th turn Salt Patrol is very powerful, but I think Burn Away is better because, like I said, we're missing a little bit of removal, which is why we took the Master of the Way. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Burn Away over the Salt Road Patrol. But I'll tell you, the Salt Road Patrol is an underrated card. Efreet Weapon Master, I think, is the quick pick here. Barrage of Boulders is interesting, but not good enough. We don't have a cruise going with us so far. Maybe we'll get really lucky and pick up another one, especially considering that there's a Crippling Chill in this pack when there shouldn't be. But I think we need the Weapon Master, not only because We're running not enough morphs. But we could really use a combat trick or two. Found our Wind Scout. At least one. That's where we want. That is what we want. Trumpet Blast, we don't have any token makers, but I will take it over Disdainful Stroke, which I think is the only other semi-playable here. I'm going to go with Smite the Monstrous instead of Active Treason. I could go with Valley Dasher. Let's see what our curve looks like. Valley Dasher's not a bad choice here. Yeah, we're going to go... This is so weird. We're going to go with Valley Dasher over Active Treason and over Smite. Yeah. We're going to take the Windscarred Crag here, but I'd like to point out that both Woolly Loxodon and Bear's Companion wield, which is weird. And once again, I'm done with the Sam Adams. Let's go with the Tremens. We're going to go with the Windscarred Crag, but the Temur cards wield, which is making me regret being not in Temur. Maybe if I'd chosen a little bit differently, I could have been. Wow. Mardu Warshrieker going this late is ridiculous. So same thing with Glacial Stalker. I'm going to go with the Warshrieker just because we have a few morphs. I wish that we could pick up both the Shrieker, the Stalker, and the Crag here, and then just skip our next 3 picks. We're going to go with the Lurkers because it's a morph, and now we can Shriek into it. We have enough strokes, and I don't think we need the voice. Oh, yeah. It's a crazy draft, I'll tell you that. Scion of Glaciers as an 11th pick. You need to be kidding me. I mean, I'll take it over the Canyon Lurkers, I guess. Sure. I only took the lens over the Mastodon just because I don't think I have a lens yet, because I never take that card and I want to redeem the set at some point. I'll tell you, after the draft is being done, I really wish I was in Temur, but I think we knew that going forward. Like I think from like the 3rd pick or 4th pick. Alright, so let's see what we got going on. Our curve is actually pretty solid. I'm not sure if the Venerable Lamasu is going to make it in the deck. We got to cut, looks like 7 cards. Maybe 8. Sort by creatures separately, sort by casting cost. We have 18 creatures. I like to keep it around 15. We have a lot of removal here. We're only going to need... We're probably not going to run the Defiant Strike because we don't have any prowess. Except for the Wind... Oh, and we got 2 Adepts here, huh? Huh. The Tracker is a garbage card, but it is a morph. Humana. Well, we only need 1 Disdainful Stroke in the main deck. The only thing we're really raiding into is Horde Chief. So we need to drop Valley Master, Leaping Master, or we're not going to drop. Master of Pearls is really a 3-drop. We're not dropping that on turn 2. We're just not. So we have 2 Raiders into Horde Chief. Yeah, like I said, Lamasu's not going to make the cut. I really don't like playing Tracker, and I don't like playing Adept. I just don't know which one is worse. And looking at what's on the board, what's in our board, I don't think one of those is going to make the cut here. But let's go down to instants and sorceries. We actually are okay on removal. Not. It's so weird that Trumpet Blast does not make it into a deck, but I don't think this is the deck for Trumpet Blast. That's so weird. Trumpet Blast is an incredibly powerful card. Basically, if any kind of token maker, you just destroy people with it. So we're at 25 cards. We need to cut two, maybe three more. And all we have is removal. Wow. We got a lot of removal. We got is Disdainful Stroke main deck? What do we have that triggers Ferocious? We got the Efreet. We got the Whirlwind. Am I really debating not main decking Force Away right now? Just because our deck has no power? That's a little weird. Not gonna lie. I think that's what we might be doing, though. Wow. We are, just because of this deck and the way it is, I think we're going to blast out early. But Force Away is so good. Force Away is great for getting 2-for-1s. Would I want Force Away over Valley Dasher? I think I would. Yep, we're gonna drop Valley Dasher because basically Jeskai Charm is a Force Away if we want it to be. And I think we're gonna drop Tracker. It's a crappy morph. It's a junk morph. I don't know why I picked it up. So here's our 23 cards. Do we want to cut one more? You know what? And our curve is a little bit low. We have a lot around 3 or 4. If we don't hit 4 mana, we're gonna lose. You belong there. You belong there. I don't know how Moto figures this out that it wants to group these things where it is, but they're wrong. Alright, so all of a sudden 4 is not looking so important. Yeah, we're okay with just 17 lands in this deck, and especially because we have 3 dual lands. 656 on the is what the suggestion is. Let's see if we can come up with something different. I mean, the only real we got nothing but white mana spenders. We have Leaping Master. We have got Herald. We've got what's the other white? Oh, the Battle Priest. So as far as mana drains go, a lot of them are white. And nothing else. So what was their suggestion? Their suggestion was 6 plains, 5 islands, and 6 mountains. Alright, so let's just add that to make life happy. But we want a little bit more white than anything else. We're going to put in the Tranquil Cove. Tranquil Cove. There's not a lot of blue in the deck, so we're going to drop an island for the Tranquil Cove. Tranquil Cove, which then gives us room, that gives us one more white source. Saltwater Cliffs is going in, and then we're going to drop a mountain for that, just because we have a lot of mountains for some reason. And Windscarred Crag, we're going to drop another mountain for, because I wanted to up our plains sources. Now we're going to sort by color, see what it looks like. Yeah, like I said, we've got a lot of white going on. One, two, three, 4 islands, 4 mountains. Alright, I'm actually really happy with this right now. Really happy with this. Sort by converted mana, see what curve looks like. The curve looks standard, but then we gotta correct for morphs. Bring the 3 drops where they should be. I actually really like this. I'm really happy right now. It is my tradition to add an 18th land, which is always the 41st card. So yes, I run 41 card decks, both in Moto and in live Magic, and it usually pays off for me. People can give me crap about it, and I don't care. But yeah, this is what we're going with. It's going to be a 41 card deck, Jeskai, and Drunk Magic. And I think this is where I should plug my channel, but I don't really care. I'm going to reboot and make sure that I can see myself next time. Alright, peace. Oh, we gotta stop this.